Back in my day, when we forget to eat before a hunt, it's game over. It's an irreversible mistake. You have to abandon and just tell yourself, lesson learned. Food skills were not really spoon-fed to hunters. You don't know which food combination would do this certain bonus. There was even a chance that you might get the penalty for poor judgment. Inventory management was a lot heavier before. We don't have loadouts. You have to constantly organize and make sure you have room for monster drops, for ore and herbs you find along the way. There is no such thing as a radial menu. Our farm was a lot more exciting. It's not just some NPC you visit in the gathering hub. You don't have errand boys that you just go give orders to. You plant the herbs yourself. You gather dung beneath a popo. Go out and catch the bugs by yourself. The list goes on and on. There's always this comparison between new generation Monster Hunter games and older generation Monster Hunter games. You have veteran hunters on one side rambling about the newer installments being out of touch with what Monster Hunter really is, and you have the newer hunters defending it's fine. It's enjoyable. There's nothing wrong with it. Fivers saying a monster needs a nerf, while the old guard saying you just have to play better, aka get good. I'm a very curious person. I always want to see both sides of the coin. I want to see what the old world is all about. Now, I'm not saying I'll play every old Monster Hunter game. We've got Sunbreak waiting around the corner, and I don't have the luxury of time to play all of them. I just chose one particular game, Freedom Unite. One of the main reasons I chose this is because it is where the Poke Village soundtrack came from. That soothing and relaxing vibe. I've noticed Monster Hunter peeps would go right in the comment section below how nostalgic it makes them feel. That's why it caught my attention. I've asked around how long it takes to reach endgame, and I was given terrifying answers. So I'm limiting my time travel to just the quests given by the old lady in the village. The journey's pretty rough. It took me a while to actually get used to the controls. I'm well aware that aiming a bowgun here doesn't really require you to zoom in with the scope, but for some weird reason, I'm more comfy doing it this way. Seems like I really prefer aiming with the analog stick rather than the directional button. I'm too old for the claw grip style of play. It might give me arthritis. Gathering resources actually shocked me at first. Not because you have bug nets and pickets that get destroyed via RNG, but mainly because there's really no UI that would make the gathering spots obvious. I'm thankful that Twitch chat was helping me find ores and herbs that I need, because I swear, I felt like a blind man. I was rapidly pressing the gather button as I randomly walked around the parts of the map to see if something can be gathered. I've experienced how annoying small monsters are in Rise. I'm not new to it, but the small monsters here in Freedom Unite seems like on a whole different new level. Like, so bad that even the most harmless small monsters turn into pricks. Unlike in Rise, where they usually don't respond that fast, small monsters here in Unite seems like they have a spawn bias. When these small monsters are part of your quest, they spawn really slow, or not respawn at all. But if they are not part of your quest, they spawn really fast. I've had moments where I was having more trouble dealing with these small monsters instead of the big ones. It's obvious that older Monster Hunter games are clunky, to the point that you don't even have to play it to feel how clunky it is. You just have to watch it. It took me a while to get used to the camera control and the aiming, the timing of my attack windows, when to roll or just plainly reposition. It was a true test of my patience. It was a challenge, and the reward I got from it is a better appreciation of the flow of combat that I've felt in Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. I do see comments of people saying older Monster Hunter games were harder. I'm kind of curious for the reason behind people thinking old games were hard. Is it because of the clunky controls, less movement, or combo choices? Because from my experience so far, the monsters are very predictable. I just die because I'm a really careless and impatient person. But most of the monsters' AI are pretty predictable. Or maybe I felt like it was easy because I was using guns most of the time. I don't know. It's quite a surprise that I'm having fun with the game. At first, I hated everything. I was just planning to stream it just a few times. But the game kind of grows on you. It's not visually appealing. Not really top-tier gameplay. but it just gives this feeling of nostalgia. Makes me remember those times that all I was thinking about was school and video games. I'll finish the Elders Village quest. If you guys want to see me live for a bit of nostalgia vibes, don't be a stranger and hop on one of the streams. I'll post several Freedom Unite videos soon, sharing my experience. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.